Hey, hi there, Virgo. Welcome to my channel. I'd like to thank you for tuning into those energies and influences that are coming through for your weekly reading, October 6th to the 12th of 2019. Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. This is a condensed general reading. Please only take the portions that resonate with you. Okay, Virgo, off camera to save time, I've done a protective blessing. I've meditated over and shuffled these cards just for you. Your first card. It's the general atmosphere. It's the background and the basis of the matter. The King of Cups, Virgo. Water energy person, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising. Can be a male or a female in a general reading. This is someone that contains their emotions. They hold in complex emotions, and they're caring and they're sensitive. They're composed and wise and calm. They can be a healer or a counselor. And they're utterly trustworthy. They're relaxed and non-threatening and reliable, and they have a positive outlook. This can also indicate interest in the arts. They're a creative type. This is a situation that's favorable, especially if it's artistic. This is a person that comes through when you need them. The fish is a symbol of creative imagination. This is someone that's a master of emotion, and they can change their moods at will. They can be found in a helping position, yet they need to stay in touch with their feelings. This is working through fears that bring us into that desirable state where we are wishlessly happy. This is someone being sensitive, self-possessed, compassionate, cool under pressure, gentle and trustworthy, and emotionally stable. Your second card, and this is the energy that's crossing over your path. Number 9 of the Major Arcana in the Rider-Waite deck. The Hermit. This is your card, Virgo. Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. This can be a teacher. This can be wisdom that's being offered. It could even be from you. This is introspection and inner guidance. It can be receiving wisdom from above or receiving instructions from an expert in your field. It can be a meeting with someone who will guide you on the path to material or spiritual ends. This card represents attainment of goals and seeking meaning. The Hermit withdraws from the world in order to find wisdom, and isolation allows the mind to look inwards. This can be a shift of attention away from people towards examination of yourself. This is being up in your head. It's soul searching. The answers are deep in your soul. The Hermit waits patiently for you to turn to him for advice. You may be aware of his influence, but are ignoring it, or you may be looking for guidance from the invisible world. Represents a time for soul searching and meditation, the need for patience, and a time for working things out quietly. I'll give you some combination meanings coming up. Your third card, and this is how it affects you. This can be your attitude. The 10 of Cups, Virgo. This is really good. Water energy. This is a happy home, shared love. It's having your family around you. It's being in contentment. This is the best relationship you've ever experienced. The perfect relationship. You find that your family life is a source of joy. This is a pinnacle of happiness. You have enough happiness to share with those around you. These are emotional connections in home life that are blessed. It's taking time to be grateful for all the love and happiness you have in your life, and focusing on what you do have, not on what you have not yet received. The rainbow is symbolic of the connectedness with God, with creation, and of the fulfillment of great wishes, the fulfillment of lifelong dreams. Your fourth card. It's the position of the future. It's the outcome, the results, and the advice. The 9 of Swords, Virgo. Air energy. This is worries. It's being up in your head and worrying. It's unfounded anxiety. You could have some low energy, anxiety, and a need to be patient. This is a need to talk about the problems you're burying. You need to speak up to solve these problems, or it brings regrets and nightmares. This suffering is in your mind. It's a mental torture. You'll need to make required changes for a better future. This could be ruined plans, It can also be health worries. So steps should be taken to solve problems, and you are near the end of your mental ordeal. This is a preoccupation with a past experience. You might be worried about the future. Or someone is overly sensitive to other people's opinions. It's a high stress card. You may be having feelings of guilt regarding a past transgression. Often the fear of difficulties is worse than the reality. The fear is far worse than the outcome. Put two and two together and look at contradictions around you. Strengthen your resolve and your patience, and try not to feel so down by the temporary blockages or difficulties. This is old goals darkening over and new ones lightening up. There's fresh mental pastures ahead. Now your fifth card. It's the bottom of the deck card. The underlying issue. This is what's unseen. Number 12 of the major arcana in the Rider-Waite deck. The Hanged Man. This card is being suspended. It's suspended decisions. It's someone that will not be moved until they are ready. Could have to do with a sacred pursuit. This can also be a Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Doesn't have to be though. It's surrendering to what is. It's a pause in life. It's self-surrender that leads to the transformation of the personality, and now material temptation is conquered. It's patience and waiting and reviewing. It's one of the tarot's strongest and most powerful images. Someone that's connected to the deep currents of life. Someone that knows their own mind. They're independent with their own values. It's peace and self-reliance that often follow a difficult period, especially one of self-examination. You could be clinging to something unfulfilling that you need to let go of and move on past. You may feel like you're stuck in limbo and powerless to affect change. This is a unique point of view and a sacrifice for a greater good. It's being suspended between the past and the future. A new direction in your life is in the making. This is being suspended for a time in order to recognize what needs to be changed in the personality. In order to embody more light, that's what the nimbus around the man's head represents. This is new insight, awareness, and enlightenment, and you should be willing to lose something of a lesser value in order to gain something of a greater value. The Hermit with the Hanged Man, this is someone that's punishing theirself needlessly with guilt, because others have long ago forgotten all about it. The King of Cups with the Hanged Man, this is reining in emotion and controlling emotion. It's a pivotal moment. The King of Cups with the Hermit card, this is an older man who is a master at controlling their emotions, and they can teach others how to control their emotions. This can also represent seeking creative inspiration by being alone or in nature. Here's your advice from the Oracle deck. Ask Your Guides by Sonia Choquette. It's card number 23, Suffering, from your Divine Teacher Guides. Suffering. Accidents, sickness, trauma, and betrayal. An important part of being human, and something that can't be avoided, is the pain that comes from simply being vulnerable to the physical world. Your divine teachers warn that you're facing such a time. Sickness may be at hand, and accidents, traumas, sudden loss, and injury are all potentially around you. Whether confronted with something severe, or just the ongoing struggle of getting through the day, your physical body may be challenged, and pain and suffering may follow. This doesn't mean to scare you, but rather to warn you that you're not grounded as you should be. In fact, you may be attracting injury or drama to gain some personal space. Your divine teachers advise you to be open to the fact that any pain or upset you attract isn't without its hidden gifts and opportunities. Your broken leg or aching back, for example, may provide the much-needed rest you wouldn't otherwise take. Your runny nose and cough may give you the privacy you need to regenerate your spirit. It's also important to note that any pain or drama you attract isn't greater than your ability to handle it. The greatest upset you face might actually be in trying too hard to avoid pain, which in the end may cause even more. In other words, the fear that you wouldn't be able to abide any discomfort is far more disabling than anything you might actually incur. In accepting the upset of the moment with grace, you'll gain wisdom, compassion, and strength. Your divine teacher's message? Embrace and be patient with your pain. It will bring insight and understanding, and in time, peace. And you will heal. Thanks, you guys, Virgo. I hope you stay tuned in and leave me a comment or a thumbs up. And please subscribe. Now remember, what goes around comes around, so I'm sending you out love and light and blessings. Thanks for watching.